This is the Best of the Week on Relevant Radio.
There's a question in the Wall Street Journal. Will Pope Leo XIV have to pay U.S. taxes? And the background, of course, is that he's being the first American pope. The IRS has never had to worry about this before. Americans, if you live outside the United States, the fact that you're a citizen, even if you never set foot in the United States and all of your business and money and paychecks and all that come from, wherever you happen to live elsewhere, you're still required to report your income. And even if you don't have a tax liability, you still have to file your taxes. So according to the Wall Street Journal, the filing threshold for somebody his age is $17,000 in gross income or above. He's a member of the Order of St. Augustine. And of course, as a religious, he took a solemn vow of poverty, which means he doesn't technically own anything, doesn't have any property, doesn't have any money or anything like that. So whatever salaries or stipends or whatever that might have been given actually is technically the property of the order itself, the Order of St. Augustine. And that's tax exempt, as religious orders tend to be. So historically, according to the Wall Street Journal, Augustinians do not file individual U.S. tax returns. The IRS permits under certain guidelines, and it gives, like the number of the guideline if you're interested. But because he's now Pope, it hasn't been disclosed yet whether Pope Leo is going to receive a salary. It seems kind of ludicrous that if you're Pope that you would receive a salary, although, maybe they have something that they give each month. But what is he going to spend it on? Cyrus, if the Pope walked into your store as Pope and he wants to buy something from you, are you going to ring him up at the cash register, or are you going to say, "Oh, Holy Father, this is my gift to you.
Whatever
Take
you
it.
want, Holy Father, whatever you want.
Just bless my store, please."
Please.
And nobody's going to sell him something. If he wants to get, a candy bar, nobody's going to sell it to him. His lodging, his clothing, his food, whatever expenses he might have, that's built in. I mean, there really is no use for money. So even if not required, tax professionals are saying that, Pope Leo, you probably should file. For one reason, they say, is to protect against identity theft and also to ensure that the IRS has a record of his status. The filing also triggers, this according to the Wall Street Journal, it also triggers a statute of limitations that limits the time the IRS can audit you. Did you know that, Cyrus?
No, and I'm just trying to think.
You're quickly scribbling down notes on this.
When Pope Leo comes back to the United States for a visit, just do a tour or see his family, could you imagine the IRS knocking on the door, being like, "Oh, we're here to arrest you, Pope. You didn't pay your taxes."
That's one of the things I think we could safely say not going to happen.
Not going to happen.
Yeah. Now, they polled some experts. Some experts say that filing a return, even one that shows no taxes owed, is a meaningful act of civic responsibility, especially for someone with Pope Leo's high profile. My guess is they're going to say, "You know what? You're the Pope. It's the first time we've ever had to deal with this. You're the Pope. You don't have to file." And how much you want to bet that Pope Leo's not going to sit down at his desk with his calculator and his receipts and fill out a 1040? Not happening.
He doesn't have time for that.
No. Maybe he'll use TurboTax. That's a possibility. Can you imagine if you're now TurboTax and the Pope is using your tax software? That's a selling point.
This is ridiculous.
Papal approved. Like what you just heard? Share it with your family and friends. And thanks for listening.